Hi, my name is McKay Bates, and I will be presenting Case Study 3-6, Benny and the Jets. Benny Gordon has been an accounting manager at Jet Energy Company for 2 years. During this time, he identified multiple irregular accounting entries dealing with the reclassification of some accounting items, including insurance rebates. This reclassification had the effect of lowering Jet's earnings, presumably to keep the maximum rate of return on operating income below the required 12.5% rate. If the rate of return exceeds this percentage, regulators can step in and cut the rate that Jet charges its customers. Benny has been silent about the issue for 2 years, but is now contemplating his options for reporting the matter. In considering his options for disclosing the issue, Benny has several possibilities to consider. Potential avenues include reporting the issue to his immediate manager, Sarah Higgins, the division controller. Or he could report to Higgins' boss, Sam Thornton, the CFO, or Vanessa Jones, the CEO. Given the dollar amount in question is so large, and that this is potentially financial reporting fraud, there is a high probability that several or all of these individuals are involved, or at least aware of the issue. Discussing the issue with top management is ill-advised unless Benny can collect sufficient evidence to be reasonably certain that they are not involved. Additional options Benny could consider include reporting the issue to the Chief Compliance Officer. Since this position is in part responsible for mitigating fraud risk, it would be appropriate to report the issue to the Chief Compliance Officer. Reporting the issue directly to the Audit Committee or the Board of Directors is an option, but should probably be used only if other avenues fail. This is because the Board of Directors does not usually receive notifications of these types of issues directly from accounting staff, and would probably request that Benny first discuss the issue with his manager or the compliance officer. The most appropriate way to report this type of issue to the Audit Committee and the Board of Directors would be through the whistleblower hotline, assuming the company has one set up. This hotline should provide anonymous tips directly to the Audit Committee and the Board of Directors. Benny can also choose to report the issue to the North Carolina Utilities Commission, or NCUC. I believe it would be a mistake to assume that only one of these avenues could be chosen as the singular correct avenue to release the information, but instead would suggest that multiple avenues be used, as many as needed, until the issue was properly addressed. The ethical considerations that should be discussed as part of this decision-making process include: first, Benny should consider if action even needs to be taken. Then, thought should be given to evaluate the moral and ethical intensity of the situation. Given the material amount and the potentially serious possibility of financial statement fraud, it should be clear that some action must be taken. Also, Benny should personally consider the importance for maintaining personal integrity. As a friend, I would encourage Benny that maintaining personal integrity should always be at the top of any moral decision tree. As Benny prepares to discuss this issue with various stakeholders, he should consider any rationalizations he may encounter along the way. It is possible that Benny may be told that the funds are being intentionally diverted to fund future expansion or for some other business benefit. Benny should prepare responses and information to support his concern and can support his claim by reminding stakeholders that the entries in question are not in compliance with accounting standards. To influence those who might disagree with him, Benny can notify these individuals that a whistleblower report has already been filed, again assuming a hotline is available to do so. Benny could also suggest that if he identified the error, it would only be a matter of time before auditors or another oversight group also identified the error. My final advice to Benny would be to perform additional investigative research before deciding to approach top management. Second, he should prioritize his message by first notifying the Chief Compliance Officer and the NCUC of the error, and he should also submit a report to the whistleblower hotline, again assuming the company has one set up. Finally, he should utilize all resources at his disposal to expose and then help remediate this error. Thank you.